Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Play action. Fields eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
After the sack on first down, Fields. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Bears at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Foreman, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Back to Robinson now on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 40 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroad. He rifles one that's intercepted. Room here to run. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Foreman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. A carry for Foreman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run again with Foreman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Foreman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They'll run with Foreman. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Deontay Foreman with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because
he's got a man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 32 on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now wk6 for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line,
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Devin Duvernay.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
94 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Again, it's Robinson.
And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes makes the grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
Out to his left. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Ready, go.
Robinson up the middle. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Foreman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
Blue striker.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Yellow, go. Ready.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a throw here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Here to dance at the beginning, so you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share